Howdy folks, I'm back. We're having a little evening, sitting, watching the sunset. So I got 3 songs. Inside Out by XYZ, For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield, and Fall to Pieces by Velvet Revolver. 3 absolute gems, tunes, heaters. So in this video, feel called to just yap. So I don't really know where it's gonna go, but that's all part of the journey. That's just like our journey here on Earth. The unknown is truly beautiful. The universe works in such mysterious ways. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. And that I find that so beautiful. Because the opportunity of a lifetime could just fall out of nowhere. And how do you know? You know what I mean? And another thing in the being present, in order to fully be present, we have to understand that we cannot change our past. We have to accept our reality for what it is. And there are certain things that have happened that, yeah, they might suck. They might. But at the end of the day, they're there to teach us a lesson about who we are and who we're becoming, you know? And we can plan for the future, and we can have a vision of who we want to be or who we want to become. And I feel like that is good to have those aspirations and those goals. But sometimes we get fixated on that and not understanding of who we are right now and not seeing that, because we're all right on time in our own life. We're not behind. We're not, you know? And that is something I have noticed for myself, and something that I have come to realize, that for a while I was like, oh man, I'm behind. I can't seem to get ahead, or this person has this and I don't have that, and blah, 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 blah. That is a programming, a subconscious programming that will continue to keep you stuck. And that's not where we want to be. And we realize that, hey, you know, maybe I don't have this flashy new vehicle, or this big fancy house, or all these assets, or whatever it may be. And that's okay. We have to understand that where we are, we have to appreciate what we have in front of us and appreciate the finer things in life. You know, like, appreciate that you're able to go and get water so easily. There are people in this world that have to walk how many miles for a drink of water, and it might not even be the cleanest water, or that they have to work really hard for food, or, you know, we don't understand how good we truly have it. You know what I mean? We take that stuff for granted. And if you choose to step back and see it as simple as that, you know, and you're able to go outside and appreciate that you're able to take in a big old breath of air and get to see a bee pollinate a flower, and and you get to watch wildlife just roaming around enjoying life. You know what I mean? That they're not worried about money, they're not worried about what that deer is doing over there. They're just doing their thing. And that's, you gotta stay in your lane, man. Like, because at the end of the day, it's you, and it's only you and your relationship with your higher self and God and the universe. Like, that's truly the number one priority in my view, and another thing, hate. I don't even like using that word. It's comes from a negative mindset, and I've worked really hard to not be negative. You know what I mean? That's if you would have met me, let's give it 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was the person that was, oh, I hate this, I hate that, why does this always happen to me? Life never ever wants to work out in my favor. The world is out to get me. The world's on my downfall. Everything is wrong. And that right there, if you're choosing to be in that mindset, that will create your reality. You are the creator of your reality. And in order to create that, that comes from within. And within, especially from here. And for me, I started to choose that, oh man, there's so much more to life. It's beautiful. There isn't just hate out there. There's love. And there needs to be more of it. And things do work in my favor because I choose to believe that. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen 2 weeks from now. It might not happen a year and a half from now, because we do create karmic debts for ourselves when we are in that mindset, when we're in that jealousy and that I want to take this away from people. That creates a negative buildup, I guess is how I want to portray that. And all the while you've been working on your mindset, and this, I'm telling myself this, all the while I've been working on my mindset. I've been choosing to see that there is good, and that I do deserve better, and I do deserve the best possible life for myself. Excuse me, a little confirmation burp there. It doesn't happen overnight. It won't. But if you continue to believe that, and yes, you're gonna have things that test it, I feel like that's part of it too, is that there's always something there to test. And another thing, you could, for me, I'm gonna take, I thought of this. I had a tire blow last summer, and I remember I was just like, oh, this is such a huge inconvenience. And, like, oh, this just makes my day. And if you look at it, how do you know for certain that didn't happen for a reason? Maybe you blew that tire so you didn't get in a horrific accident. And you have to appreciate that. You have to appreciate it, because there's good and there's bad. Just like there's north and there's south, dark and light. Like, everything has to have balance. And it's truly beautiful when you start to see the beauty in stuff like that. You know, it's life is it truly is so much more simple than we view it to be, or we choose to make it. And acknowledging that is a huge step, I believe. You know, that we're right on time. Everything happens for a reason. We are put here for some reason, one way or another. Everybody is here for some sort of mission, some sort of reason. And we're all here to do something a little bit different. And I find that so beautiful that there are so many of us here, and our paths and our journeys it can be this much or this much different. And that's so beautiful. Like, the universe works in such mysterious ways. It truly does. You know, when you choose to take a step back and realize that, like, man, we're on a planet, a dust ball, really, in the galaxy, floating around at a certain rate of speed, and we're here for a duration of time in this meat suit because we're a soul, you know, and there's reincarnation. Majority of us have had past lives. Majority of us will come back as something or someone, or you could be an animal, you could be a drop of rain, you could be, you know what I mean, man? Like, it's really, it's so beautiful when you just take a step back and realize that as fat you're here, and tomorrow you could be gone. So why do you choose to make it not fun? Because the majority of the time, it is our choices and our actions that make shit not so enjoyable, you know? I'm out here camping, enjoying life, loving life. Like, I'm falling in love with life, falling in love with myself. Like, I'm falling in love with my relationship with the higher, whatever, you know, whatever is out there, God and my higher self, and understanding that life is so precious. It is. And there are people in our lives that are there to teach us lessons. And there are certain situations and scenarios that, if you choose to see it as, okay, what was that wanting to teach me? What was the lesson in that? That's huge, man. Because everything, man, I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. God has a plan for everything. Everything's right on time. It's divine timing. And it's our choice to just enjoy the ride. Slow down, not get so caught up. You know? Just love. Peace, love, rock and roll, man. This is something I've been saying, and I'm gonna continue saying it. It's beautiful. Just slow down. I could spend the rest of my life without a pot to piss in. But as long as I'm out here loving and meeting so many unique souls and people, I'm just experiencing life and basking in the beauty of it. I'll consider myself a wealthy man every day of the week. I could have this shirt on my back, and that's that. But I'm out here, and I'm making a difference, and I'm seeing the difference, and I'm loving on myself. Something that, yeah, I haven't done very well, you know? So yeah, now it's my time to just choose me. Choose my relationship with the world. And it's beautiful when you understand that. It's so beautiful. You know? I'm sitting here and there's crickets. There's beautiful trees. And there's a beautiful sunset. The clouds are passing by. You know what I mean? There's a car with a chopped off exhaust rolling by. Like you just choose to just, I'm aware that I am aware of the beauty in the world. It's amazing. It truly is, you know? It truly is. And the sooner you choose to look at it that way, and not that the world's out to get you, and that, yeah, certain things happen in your life that shit happens. That's that at the end of the day. You know? Just keep rolling. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Right? Just hanging around. Enjoy the finer things in life, and the finer things will come to you. That's how simple I see it. It's so much more simple than we make it out to be. And that's part of learning it too. Seeing it. Which, what do I know? Just a kid from the middle of nowhere. Just floating around. Right? Ah, shit. There are people who know my name but don't know my pain. I don't come off to have much, but at the end of the day, there's beauty in the struggle. And that's alright, man. It's alright. We're here. And that's the number one thing to appreciate is I am here. I'm getting a draw in breath. I'm getting a drink of water. I'm getting to wear cool pearl snaps and roam around and, you know, enjoy the finer things in life. Like I continue to say. Simple as that. You know, don't take life for granted. Because in the blink of an eye, it can all be taken away from you. And there's so much more. There's so much more. You know, you could take everything away from me, but you can't take my peace. And at the end of the day, that's all I want. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I love you. I am proud of you. Hope you guys had an amazing day. And thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, keep your head high and keep on keeping on, man. Toodaloo.